Hello, powerful. It's Coach Lisa, your generative power coach. My theme for today is the middle. And this is inspired by Megan Katarina, who is a singer, songwriter, poet. She's probably an actress. I don't know. She's such an interesting person who I came to know at Camp Good Life Project. It's a camp that I went to several years ago. And she has a book out that's called Storied. I sponsored her on Patreon. She sent me a CD that I played in my car, and it had this poem on it called The Middle. And the middle is about being in the middle of a journey. So, the middle. If you've taken on a challenge that seems just massive to you, maybe you went through a period where you didn't know what to do next. And maybe you're in that period right now where you're not sure what to do next. Or you've tried some things and it doesn't seem like anything's working out. The dots don't seem to be connecting yet. My message to you today is don't give up. Keep moving forward because it can be super frustrating, super challenging. It can be stressful. You might feel like you're wasting your time, you're spinning your wheels, however you want to phrase it. And you might feel like, wow, I need to give up right now because this is going nowhere. But I'm here to tell you, as your generative power coach, that if you feel strongly about your vision, even if it's frustrating right now and you feel like you're not making the progress you want to, if you feel strongly about your vision, keep going forward. Keep moving towards that vision that you have, towards that light. It's going to impact you today, tomorrow, and in the future. And as I've said before, people around you are going to see what you're doing and they're going to know that you're becoming more powerful and that something is changing inside of you and you're making things change in your life. At the time that Megan sent me this poem, I was going through my divorce. So I was going through a lot of stuff at the time I got this poem sent to me. And I wasn't in the middle yet. But one day I listened to the poem and I realized I was past the middle and I was coming towards the end of the journey. So you usually don't know you're in the middle until you pass it and you look back and you go, oh, I was in the middle at that point. That's why it was challenging, but I felt like things were clicking. So as you keep moving forward, just know that you're not going to know that you're in the middle until you pass it. And then when you get towards the end, you can connect the dots looking backwards. I'm going to read the poem to you. So sit back and enjoy and think about how this applies to you and how it might have applied to you in the past and how you got through something in the past. So one of my exercises probably a couple weeks ago was about appreciative inquiry. I'm going to say that again because that's a tough word to say. And that's all about thinking back on something you did well and how you did it. And you generate power internally by saying, oh, I did that thing. I did that. Might have been hard, but I did that. So think about that as you listen to The Middle by Megan Katarina. There is a place where no one stays, but everyone must go. A place everyone learns what they wish they did not have to know. At the end of oblivion and the start of change, there's a place we call the middle that is best known for its pain. I know I'm not the only one who's tried to skip this spot. Who could blame me? It's the longest and the hardest of the lot. My first vain idea was to avoid it altogether, but staying at the start just left me feeling bored and tethered. Then I thought I'd venture on, but I'd run and do it fast, until I tripped and fell upon my pride, my guilt, my past. Afraid, I turned around to find a shortcut through the weeds, but avoiding the laborious hike just forced me deeper in between. With open cuts and bruises, I decided to surrender. And though the climb was daunting, I did not deny its splendor. I began to learn myself inside the stillness of the dark and heal a little quicker with each scar that left its mark. Until one day, when it had been long since I let my life be ruled by fear, I wasn't even looking anymore, but I was here. That's the thing about the middle. It's quite maddening, you see. It will not deem you ready until you stop pretending to be. And though it'd be lovely to bypass the place where hurt occurs, where every statement is just a question of who you are and who you were, I wish not to regret the times when life made me feel brittle, 'cause how would I have made it here if I had skipped the middle? Yes, how would I be who I am if I had skipped the middle? Thank you, Megan Katarina. Are you in the middle? You feel like you've passed the middle? You feel like you're at the start still? It doesn't matter what your answer is, as long as you are determined to continue building the power to move forward. Stay powerful.
Lesson learned there, and we can apply that to what we already know